Hello right guys, it's Jade PlaySGames back again for another ARK Survival Evolved video. Today guys, I think we finally found out the secret feature that they've been mentioning for a while now. On the brand new ARK settings tab, you have got some brand new options. Let's go through them exactly. Now the boring ones up here are pretty much really useful but really boring if you've never going to use them. You can now delete single player properly. It has been an issue for a long time. I have done previous videos how to do it on Xbox and PS4, but on Xbox particularly it's still been a problem because it saves it to the cloud. But now you can officially delete your single player and start over a brand new world, nice and easy. But that's not what we care about. This is what we're talking about today. You've got a new Engrams section. You can now choose what engrams you want on your world. This is amazing. This is to stop everyone that was moaning and whinging about tech tier. If you don't know, tech tier is seriously OP. Not a lot of people were as warm to it, I think, as most people were saying. Some people really didn't want the tech tier to be included in the game. Me personally, I think it's a little bit OP. I like some elements of it. So now you can choose not to have it. You don't have to have it on your dedicated world. You don't need to have it on your non-dedicated world single player game. This is amazing stuff, guys. This is a really good, useful thing. So what do you actually need to do? Because it's not very obvious how to actually make it so you can click it. If you click just once, it just highlights the actual engram. But if you double click it, you will actually see it. It takes a bit of going sometimes, but it will make it grey out. And this is how you stop it from being in your game. So you can go through the whole list and you can grey out any of the engrams you don't want in your game. Just double tapping the A button or the X button on the Xbox or PlayStation depending on what you're using. So remember, don't tap it just once, untap it and then tap it again and it will grey it out, and so you won't be able to use it. And you can see it's very minute, it is a bit hard to see, but if you muck around with it a little bit, I'm sure you get used to it. But you can choose what engrams you don't want on your server. This is fantastic news for dedicated servers, guys. For a lot of people, running a dedicated server can be a real problem with certain engrams. Now we can have engram servers where there's no flyers, where there's no tech tier. It's a really good idea and such a simple idea that the community have been asking for such a long time. So thank you, Wildcard. I'm actually going to say thank you and not whinge or moan for once. I really like this feature. It's such a simple feature. I'm so glad they've added it in. Obviously, just make sure you know which ones you have unticked so that you don't suddenly not have them in game. But just to prove the point, we're going to load up a world and I'm going to take away some of the very first engrams to show you guys how it works. So we're going to get rid of fire, we're going to get rid of the axe, the club. Remember what I said, it does get a little bit glitchy, and the spear. Let's load up a world and see what actually happens. So here I am on my tamed world where I do all my tamed videos and the bulk of tutorials and guides from now on. If we take a look at the engram list, you can see the engrams have been removed. We no longer have access to the fire or the hatchet or the spear. So it does work, guys. As long as you do exactly what I've just done there, it will work. So there you go, guys. We've finally got some more stuff to work with the engram choosing. Was that the big secret thing that they was implementing? It does seem like it. I don't think the wording that they've been using for the last few weeks on the patch notes warranted anything else. People were saying it was going to say that it was crossplay or it was going to be rentable servers. I think that would have been big news that they wouldn't have saved like that. This is definitely a small feature that is worthy of putting in just the patch notes. I'm surprised they didn't tell us it was happening. I think this is the secret big feature, guys. I've been looking around, no one seems to know any different. So there you go, guys. That is how you can actually change what engrams are in your game. Do exactly what I did, double tap the button and you will bring it to the fore and you'll highlight what engrams you want in the game. Double tap it again and you can dark them out so that you won't have them engrams in the game. The new secret super feature. I'm Jade PlaySGames with all the ARK update news. First, the best news. Make sure you've got that notification on. I will tell you when the updates drop for Xbox, PS4. I'll be showing you guys much more gameplay coming from this latest update. I'm going to play around a bit with the engrams a bit more. I'll catch you guys for another tutorial mini guide very soon. Bye bye.